bunch of stuff. And as you can see, we are rolling on the Grey Ghost, got the air conditioner going. So if you hear that, that noise is the air conditioner because it's kind of hot in Southern California today. Man, it hasn't been as hot as it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. We were hitting temperatures of 102, 3, 4, and 5 here in the basin area. That's near the beaches, the beautiful blue Pacific Ocean. But out in the deserts, we were hitting temperatures between 1.5 and 1.9 with no breeze at all and no ocean in sight. It was hot, but it's cooled down a bit, but it's still quite warm here as we roll into August here in Southern California and across the nation. It is a terrific time to be living in the year 2016. So many great advances, so many great technological things that are so interesting, things we can do at the touch of our fingertips, things that we used to dream of as children. This baby boom generation that now rules the world as it turns over to the millennials. The things we used to just say, man, I wish we could do that, and I wish we could do that. The technology has brought that into our lives in such a meaningful way, and we've adapted quite considerably to it here. We humans, we are adapted to things that make our lives easier, but has it made our life easier? Has technology made our life safer? Has technology really given us that utopian society? For those of you who ever went to Disneyland in Anaheim, and of course Disneyland down on the East Coast, Disney World, Epcot Center over there in Florida, you went to Fantasyland and Fantasy World, and you saw how the world was going to be 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years in advance. They concocted this whole vision for us. But have we really lived up to that vision? Has our life really gotten easier? Most importantly, as I touched on it already, has our life gotten safer? Do you feel safer today than you were, let's say, 10 years ago? Do you feel more empowered today, more in control of your life than, let's say, 10 years ago? I got my second phone right here. I'm going to load up our Facebook Live spot right now because all the cats that got us on Facebook.com/Jesse Torero saying, hey, where's that boy? That boy, we're missing our Jesse T today. Hey, I can't help but be me, Jesse T. So I'm going to hit this little status button. So I'm going to have like 2 phones going. We're going to have phone after phone. We're going to have phone sex. We're having phone sex in the afternoon. That's right. My 2 phones are going to be touching. I can't touch these Android phones, because if I touch these Android phones, they will transfer stuff between them. I swear to God. They're like transferring life. My life to there, that life to here. I know I totally confused everything. But, it's true. You got to be careful when you have an Android, especially a Samsung. Because you never know. If you come across someone else that has a Samsung and your phones actually have maybe touch each other, woo, baby. You talk about touching each other verbally, all of a sudden you get all their pictures and they get all yours, and I don't know if anybody wants all of my pictures. Hey, riding on top of that elephant naked on Tuesday last week, I don't think anybody wants that one. But it was for a good cause, I promise. It was for the charity to save elephants. Yes, I promise. That's what it was for. Honest to goodness. Yeah, well, I got the Facebook Live show going up here on AVTV Live. So if my head does this, it's like a cartoon. I'm going from one channel to the other channel, to that channel, to that channel, to. I feel like a boxer. Hey, anyhow, so has technology made life has technology made life better? I tell you the one for sure thing, it's allowed me to live a juvenile delinquent's life into the age of 55 years old. I've turned this technology into absolutely insanity. But seriously, when you think about it now, has technology gotten better for us, or has it made our life worse? And I ponder on this all the time. I wonder about this all the time. Because I do remember a day, and I feel like I'm talking like my father, back in the day when I was 83 or 84 years old. Oh, back in the day. You know, as my teeth fall out and I dribble on my shirt and I wonder if I can get up out of bed in the morning, so I'm probably not going to. I'm going to stay and watch the Maury Povich show all day long. You know, he broadcasts from a really nice part of the United States of America, Connecticut. It's beautiful in Connecticut. And for those of you up there in Connecticut, man, that's some gorgeous God's country if there was ever. Hey, we got Michelangelo checking in. And Michelangelo's saying, Jesse, you going to come on down to the redemption? Of course, baby. I'm going to be redemption. I'm going to be redemptionized. I'm going to be redeemed. I'm going to be redempted, and redemptive. Did I just make the English language up? I know I did. Hey, tonight down in West Covina, we're going out to broadcast live on the fabulous Jesse T Show tonight on AVTV Live, the entertainment channel, at facebook.com/Jesse Terrero on our Facebook Live platform, which will radiate out to Periscope, live stream, Instagram, and Snapchat. We're going to be broadcasting live on Red Carpet, Michelangelo's terrific new trailer. You're kind of debuting the trailer to a series of television dramas. He's got a kind of a cool new series that he's putting together. And we're going to be debuting and premiering that teaser. We want you to come out to Trevinos. Did I say that right? Trevinos? Trevinos? Did I say that right, Michelangelo? It's in West Covina. You can check it out or go on Facebook Live and go to the event center on Facebook Live and look for Trevinos in Southern California, West Covina. And you can come on out and get some free salsa lessons. Michelangelo says he's promised he's going to salsa in Speedos. He's going to be the salsa Speedo man. That's right. He tried to get me to salsa and Speedos, and I said, no! I did my bet. I did my duty for God and country on top of the elephant the other day for an elephant cause. So, anyway, Michelangelo, thanks all for checking in, buddy. But has technology made our life better? I know it's just made my life more zany and more crazy. And, you know, I do remember when I got my first pager, and I fought that pager. I fought it tremendously. I didn't want that pager. I felt it was like such an intrusion. You know, beeping off in the movie, beeping off at dinner, vibrating when you didn't want it to vibrate. I felt like, you know, I had a girlfriend at the time. Yes, I did have a girlfriend once. I really did. The Brown Beauty on duty, just being me, Jesse T, had a girlfriend. I tell you, that girlfriend turned into my wife. Hey, how could she put up with me after 41 years? No, I haven't been married 41 years. I've been married 26 years. But I've known the girl since I was 15. Yeah. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to wish her happy birthday yesterday. Well, I actually did wish her happy birthday, but I forgot to really wish her like a formalized happy birthday. And I got myself in a lot of trouble. Because I thought her birthday was on the 10th. But actually it's on the 9th. See, I've been getting that mixed up for 41 years. So you see, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make up some love zone for myself. I got to make up some good time right here. Are you ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday as I drop one phone and pick up the microphone, Marie. Happy birthday to
Jesse.
Yes.
You remember when the guy gave you the money back? Your singing instructor?
Yeah, this is Lee. This is the voice of God right now. Lee pops out of nowhere. We love Lee. Lee, yes, I remember Christopher Robin after a year of studying very hard to be able to sing, and he taught me all kinds of songs, and I got to sing Little Richard over and over and over and over and over and over a song by Little Richard.
Jesse, he gave you the money back after a year because it was nothing he could do to make you a singer, correct?
Yeah, but that was a long time ago, man. That was like 20 years ago. I've gotten better.
Jesse, nothing has changed. Things have gotten worse. You cannot sing at all. You can't even carry a tune in a grocery bag. Forget about it.
Come on. Let me try it again.
No.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday Dude, I'm right on tone. What are you talking about?
You couldn't be fixed with auto tune, which is a computer program that puts you on pitch. There's no hope. None. Zero. Forget about it. I see red lights flashing every now and then. Are the cops behind you?
Yeah, they're pulling me over because they found out in Glendale I'm trying to sing a song. Well,
Boy, you're a mess.
oh, you got to admit one thing.
You cannot sing.
I've got no shame, and I try the best I can to sing because I can't help but being me, Jesse T.
Well, you might want to retire that whole notion. Might be a good idea.
I can't even do karaoke, man.
No.
When I get in a room to do karaoke, man, it's horrible. They start throwing their used orange slices at me.
All right, I'll bail out. Have a good show.
Thank you, Lee. See, don't believe a thing he says. It was his fault that I was off key. He was messing with the dials back at the studio. That's what he was doing. It wasn't my fault. It's his fault. Okay. So, has technology increased your life? Remember those days gone way back when pagers came in? I was one of the last guys to get a pager. And then once I got that pager, that thing never stopped paging me. It never stopped. And then remember, you used to be able to send messages on pagers if you knew how to send the messages, and you turn the pager upside down and you could send secret messages. Yeah, I remember that so well. And I used to get these secret messages, and I wouldn't let my girlfriend see them because, she would turn it upside down and I would get myself in trouble. So I kind of, always made sure that I wouldn't let her turn my pager upside down. And then remember the cell phone when it came in? The cell phone, the car phone, that used to be the size of a 17-pound brick. And that car phone, the car phone used to hook up to your car. You had to have an antenna put in your car. You had an actual phone in your car. There were no rules or laws against talking on the car phone in your car at the time. Police would drive right by you and say, hey, I'm ordering a pizza. Would you like me to order you one here on the car phone? And they would say, oh, no, it's okay. Just be careful, right? Remember that? It's supposed to make our lives a little bit easier, right? The car phone, and then you just couldn't get away from anybody. Every time you're driving your car and the car phone would ring, if you didn't answer it, then your girlfriend would get pissed off at you, right? Or your boyfriend would get mad at you. How can you pick up the car phone? I know you have a car phone. Why did you pick it up? What were you doing? I know you were doing. You were... Jonathan Goldstein says, compared to what? I think he's talking about my singing. Were you talking about my singing, Mr. Goldstein? Compared to what? I'm a great singer. Compared to like an elephant on steroids singing Yiddish in folk music trying to make a tambourine sound like a drum. What are you talking about? I sing better than the hippopotamus who's drunk. Come on now. Yes. Tom Byerly says, oh, yikes. Okay, so, and your girlfriend or boyfriend would get mad at you, or your husband or your wife, because you didn't answer your car phone. And you'd come up with these cockamamie excuses. Well, the car phone was disconnected, the cord fell out, the car phone wasn't working, I forgot to pay the car phone bill, yada, 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 yada. Then we got the cell phones, right? And the cell phones were supposed to change our lives. The flip-up Motorola's, man. If you had a flip-up Motorola, like, you were cool. I had a Nokia, right? Just the brick in the brick in the prick. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say brick in the prick? I meant the prick in the brick. I meant the brick in the prick, the prick in the brick, the brick prick in the pocket. The pocket with the brick that felt like, wait a minute. I just talked myself into trouble. All right, so reverse it now. All right, it all took back. All right, but remember that? I had the Nokia, man. I had a little cheapy old Nokia. The cool dudes and chicks had the Motorola, man. Oh, they had that flip up, man. They were like cool. felt like secret agent men, like Star Trek, like Spocko, like Captain Kirk. Hey, Captain, I can't bring you up, Captain. It's done, Captain. I can't make it go any faster. Scotty, you have to beam us up now, Scotty. Now, Scotty. Scotty, Scotty, Scotty. Right? Oh, Captain, Scotty's not going to be able to beam us up. You know, remember that? The flip-up phones? Oh, I loved those, but I could never afford one. So I got the Nokia one. And that was cool. It did it with purpose. But then all of a sudden, everybody could get in touch with you. Your brother, your uncle, your sister, your nephew, your son, your daughter, your mom, your grandpa, your grandma, your worst enemy, your best friend, the President of the United States, the IRS, the tax collector, the police, the fire engine company, the bill collector, the credit collector, the guy you owe money to, the guy that owes you money. Everybody can get in touch with you. But people used to have etiquette, right? 7, 8, 9 o'clock, right? They would stop calling. But then all of a sudden, these cell phones got smart, right? They developed smartphones. Smartphones. What the heck is a smartphone? Well, I come to the conclusion that the smartphones today are smarter than the people who have the phones in their hands. That's what I come to a conclusion. And remember back in computer technology, back in the late 80s, nobody had a computer. Only the rich guys had the first Apple computer, right? But nobody had a computer. No one. And then people started getting computers around late 80s and 90s. I became like computer literate in 92, right? Had to learn how to do a computer, PC and all that. And then all the computers got really more expensive and bigger and bigger and bigger, and now they've gotten smaller and smaller and smaller and less expensive. It's unbelievable. And they do everything now. I mean, you can't do anything without a computer. You can't even make love without a computer. My God, your bed tells you when to have sex. I swear to God. The computer runs everybody's life. Everybody's life. The computer doesn't even let you know how much money they're taking from you from your bank account automatically when they take your money and you go to find some money in your bank account and you don't have any money because you forgot how much money you had in your bank account, but the computer didn't forget because those bills were paid on time. So they all went, shoot, sucked it out like a funnel of gasoline. What have we become? We have become slaves to the computer. Slaves to the smartphone, slaves to the technology. And now, that's it, folks. The Pizista Ressorts, the boss of bosses, the capo de capo, right? Supreme number one, El Presidente, the top of the heap, New York, New York. Now we got matchmaking dating and Uber. You know, if you go out on a date today, I read a study about 3 weeks ago that said, and they did a cross-section of Americans. The study was pretty big, about 10,000 people. Now that's a big study. Some of these studies are, 200 people. And out of these 10,000 millennials that they took a study from, they said that the millennials are having 30% less sex than the baby boom generation. That's a good one, Tom. You know what Tom said? Tom Byerly? He said, let the cell phone run for president. Let the smartphone run for president. Okay. Here's the two smartphones, right? Okay, folks, you see this smartphone right there? If you're watching on the video, if you're watching on the live digital broadcasting network on TV, you see cell phone 1 is looking at cell phone 2. See, cell phone 2 is looking at cell phone 1, right? Right? And that's that guy right there. That's just that's my bodyguard. He's stoic. That's my 24/7 bodyguard. Yeah, I have to have one of those because otherwise I'd get myself in trouble. Okay, all right. So, so you got cell phone 1 here looking at cell phone 2. Tom Byerly, I like your idea. Cell phone 2 looking at cell phone 1, right? like this, right? And I'm in the middle, okay? Right? Okay, here we go. All right. This is the Democrat, this is the Republican cell phone, okay? And this is the Democratic cell phone, okay? So my left hand is the Republican cell phone, right here. It's shaking. You can see it in the Democratic cell phone. And in the Democratic cell phone, you can see the Republican cell phone, okay? So I'm going to have two cell phones running for president. Okay, here we go. Now, this is either going to be a complete disaster or I'm going to be able to pull it off, okay? All right, here we go. Republican cell phone first. Okay. I want to cut your taxes huge. I want to cut your taxes to 15%. It's going to be great. Great. Going to be great. I want to improve the military because it's weak. Weak. I want to cut business taxes to 15%. 15%. We need to get jobs back to America to make America great. Now here's the Democrats, right? Here's the Democrats, right? Or Democrat phone right here. Okay, all right. I want to raise your taxes to the middle class. You're not paying enough money because we have to raise the taxes to pay for infrastructure. And it's going to put a lot of people to get back to work for jobs. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Wait a minute. What happened to the Democratic phone? They shut off. Okay, here it is. It's back. Okay. I think our military is fantastic. And that doesn't need a whole lot of improvement. That's all right. I also got back the police forces in the United States of America. I didn't want to like all the other nominations have. Yes. And since I'm the Democrat and I'm a woman, you need to vote for me. That's right, and I have lots of experience. I did this for my state of New York, which I only moved there because I wanted to become a senator. The seat was opening up. Yes. Okay, here's a Republican, right? I am worth $10 billion, but I won't give you my tax returns and show you that I'm only worth $900 million. I make all kinds of products, goods, and services, but I make them in Malaysia and China and Mexico. But I want to put up a big wall to keep everybody out. And I want to stop immigration until we can figure out how to vet them. Here's the Democrats. You are a bad man. You want to keep immigrants out. You hate Muslims. And you liar. Liar, your pants on fire. I got you claiming a telephone liar. He says, you lie, people die. You lie, people die. She says, yeah, but at least I have lots of experience. And then they should have like a Spartan gladiator fight in the middle of the arena. Die, 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 rah, 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 rah. Okay, all right. I don't know what I accomplished there, but I accomplished how stupid our politicians are. Hey, I'm a Trumpster. I'm voting for Trump. Everybody knows that. I figure the best of two evils is the way to go. That's really simple in that respect. But technology, you see, has technology changed our lives? I'm here to tell you that I believe technology has changed our lives, but not has made our lives any better. I think that technology has made our lives even worse. I really do. We become a slave to it. You know, slavery is slavery, no matter what you call it, no matter where it is in the world, no matter what owns it. If something owns you, you are a slave to it. And the technology owns us today. We have limited communication amongst people. We don't really know our neighbors anymore. The kids don't go out and play in the yard and the street. Everybody's afraid of everybody, rightfully so. The technology allows the perverts and the sickos and the pedophiles to chase down our children. It allows the rapists and the murderers. Even that Pokemon game. Some people got jacked up and were robbed at gunpoint and knife point just playing the Pokemon game. The technology doesn't allow for conscientious thinking. It teaches us and enslaves us into a repetitive motion that we just do without thought. And I've always argued the point that we have too much technology. We're technologically overdosed. Yeah, it's cool, it's fun. You can have fun like I did with the two dancing phones. But beyond that, I mean, and instant communication and stuff like that, it's just eroded too much into our lives. This matchmaking stuff now. In order for people to get hooked up, they don't go to a park, they don't go to the beach, they don't do a trial fail. They don't strike out, win. Guys don't learn how to talk to ladies. The guys don't learn how to observe. Women don't know how to respond to men. This creates anxiety and stress and anger and very ill-mannered people. We've lost that art of communication in a humanity kind of way. And that technology has forced us to do that. Now they're doing it in matchmaking. Oh, they're going to know everything about the size of your beep and the size of your boop and the size of your whoop and the size of your whoop. They're going to know how much money you make, what your credit report is like, how many houses you rented, where you came from, your bloodline, your DNA, the color of your hair, whether you put streaks in it last year. They're going to know where you eat, what you eat, how much you weigh. They're going to know the color of your eyes, the color of your behind, the color of everything, what kind of car you like, what kind of tires you like, what kind of socks you wear, and whether you wear boxers or Fruit of the Loom, for God's sakes. That's these matchmaking things. And then Uber's going to pick your date up. You're not going to go pick her up. There's no conversation. So you go out to have dinner, a comedy club, a movie, a theatrical play, something fun, unique, maybe a red carpet like tonight. You show up there, your date shows up on Uber, right? You show up on Uber, you drive your car or whatnot. So you have a fun little time, and then, in 2 minutes, she's gone or he's gone on Uber before you can say goodbye. There's no conversation back. There's no repelling somebody's advance. There's no learning how to be coy, learning how to be sexy, learning how to be aggressive, learning how to push away, learning how to say yes, learning how to say no, learning how to flirt. There's none of this anymore. This is what we learned as baby boomers. This is how we learned to engage each other. There's none of this anymore going on. I mean, you meet somebody, you drop off, oh, ding dong, they're gone. It's like, oh, wow. I mean, what kind of date is that? What kind of date is that? You don't get a chance to talk. You don't get a chance to mix it up a little bit. You don't get a chance to try. You don't get a chance to ask for another date. You don't, and then you do it all on Matchcom, and then you put how many stars behind your date that you liked on Matchcom.com, Ditcom, Datcom, Deepcom, Yupcom, Yipcom, whatever the com is. You put a match mark there. You got 4 stars. You got 3 stars. You got 1 star. You got 22 stars. You got 14 testimonials. Oh my God! Technology, in many ways, has ruined humanity. It has totally made this presidential election just be a fest of one-line jabs at each other. He or she who makes the best sarcastic and then reaction to the sarcastic remark is the one who wins. If this is the way our presidential elections are going to go, and we're not going to talk about substantive issues, Trump tried to, finally on Monday, and I hope that Hillary tried to on Tuesday with her economic speech, and I hope they go into that area because that's really what's important. And the real important thing is, how has your life been? Where has it come from over the last 8 years? Are you better off today than you were 8 years ago? Are you? That's the real thing. Yeah, the puppet show is great, Jonathan Goldstein. Sure. Yeah, and you're right, Tom. If technology goes down, we are paralyzed. That's why I'm a prepper. I'm a survivor. I got an M35A2 Deuce, man, packed to the max, baby, and a place to go and a bunker to get to. I can dig for water, hunt for food, plant the plants, eat the right bugs. I'll find you water in the desert where you don't think it is. That's right. You know why? Three days without water, people are going to be running in the streets with AR-15s. You better have yours. Yeah, Katrina is just a warm-up to compare what would happen if technology went down. An EMP explosion at 40,000 feet that would disable every computer chip in for 500 square miles. I mean, you want to start talking that? I can talk that all day long. You want to start talking preppers? Most people aren't prepped to put a Band-Aid on a cut. Why is that? Because we've been conditioned not to. You see, because technology says, oh, it's okay, just go to the urgent care system. That's all right, they'll do it for you. Yeah, I think we should just date all the Uber drivers. That's it. Guys, I figured it out. Girls, I figured it out. You ask the Uber driver if it's a male or female, right? And you ask the Uber driver to send you a little post-up of a picture, right? And then the Uber driver comes and picks you up, and you have the Uber driver take you to the California Pizza Kitchen, right? On the way to pick up a Starbucks. And if you like the Uber driver, guys, you buy her a Starbucks. And girls, if you like the Uber driver, girls, and he's a guy, you buy him a pizza. Because any guy who doesn't like pizza is not a guy. I mean, if you don't like pizza, there's something wrong with you. That way you just cut to the chase. In fact, if we did that, we would probably increase the population of America and we would have a bunch of baby Uberites. In fact, we could have names like Uberinsky, Uber Martinez, Uber Williams, Uber Duper, Uber Bobisky, Uber Popiana. Yeah? We could have a whole language. Hey, you want an Uber de Gisti? I'd like the Uber de Gasta. Yeah. And the Lyft guys over there, and the Lyft guys, you know what they could be? They could be like the second tier. When you blow out on the Uber date, you call it a Lyft date. And the court of last resort guys, like when you were going home after the last nightclub, when you were going home and you stopped off at Denny's, or when I was a kid growing up, Sambo's. You know, Sambo's got in trouble. In fact, they were shut down by the NAACP in a big lawsuit because Sambo was a bad name. But they had like 500 restaurants. But Denny's or International House of Pancakes or IHOP, right? Or you stop off at the last little Starbucks or Coffee Bean on the way home, right? Or the last little late night taco stand, or King Taco in East LA on the way home, hoping not to buy a hamburger and eggs, but hope to find a girl, or hope to find a guy. It's like the court of last resort on the way home, right? Yeah. Well, the taxi cab drivers could be the court of last resort. Yeah, they would be the court of last. I'm going to have the taxi cab unions really pissed off at me now. Technology. Look how it's changed our lives forever. And also, where technology has changed our lives on the serious tip. And I didn't want to spend 45 minutes of the show talking about this. So we had a lot of fun today just goofing around with technology, having fun with technology. But the reality is, unless we keep our technology in check, it is very, very evil. Very evil. I'm the coalition director against human trafficking and pimp trafficking here in Los Angeles. My partner and I are the director, Cindy Sauer. We've been fighting human trafficking for over 10 years, up to 25 years here in Los Angeles. It used to be that the prostitutes who are human trafficking victims, because their pimps traffic them from state to state, and they're usually kidnapped, young ladies between the ages of 12 and 16. Yes, kidnapped. On the way home from the park, school, their athletic endeavor, walking through the neighborhood, picked up at a party, coerced, cheated, lied to, fooled. And once the human traffickers got them in their grasp of their hands, they're raped, beaten, and raped. Beaten, beaten, raped, raped, and beaten. Raped, beaten, beaten, and raped. Intimidated, threatened. Their families are threatened. They're not allowed to take a bath. They aren't allowed to have any clothes. They get raped by 20, 30, 40, 50 men before they're turned out on the street. The gangs are starting to get involved with this now. MS-13, 18th Street, Crips and Bloods. All the gangs are getting involved in this now across the nation because they found it to be easy money, because there's always an easy girl to rip off the street on her way walking home. But you know where they found the real pickings? Where the real prey is at? Where the predator has found the prey? On the internet. On the internet. They're coerced. They're lied to. They put up another victim prostitute that looks like their age. Come out to a party. Meet me at the movie place. Come to the park. They find out they exchange pictures. They find out where they live. A lot of these human traffickers are computer hackers. They know how to go backwards and figure everything out. They follow them. They hunt them. They prey on them. Then they get them. And most of the time, the little 12 to 14, 15-year-old girls give themselves up freely. Where are you, Mom? Where are you, Dad? See, technology has an evil side to it. And the technology today is allowing the proliferation on epidemic levels worldwide for human trafficking, for labor camps, forced labor, baby selling, body part selling, internal organ selling, blackmail, kidnapping, murder, rape, sex, everything. Where are you, Mom and Dad? Aren't you watching the computer that they're watching? Well, how can you? Because they have a smartphone and they're walking home from school with their eyes in their smartphone, not looking 360 on the head on the swivel, checking your 6. They can talk to somebody at recess when they're 12 or 13 years old. Meet me at the back gate behind the auditorium. Why? Why? I propose the argument to you that the why has already been answered. It's not the why. It's that's where the money's at. It's a terrible, terrible thing. FBI says a young girl who's between 12 and 15, 16 years old, who's abducted, the average age of a human trafficking victim is 12 years old. FBI says that person gets abducted, they live 7 years, and then they die. And only 3% of them nationwide in the United States of America are ever found. Ever found. You see, technology has a real bad side. It has an evil side. We have too much technology in our world and our lives. We are besieged with too much technology. Our young people have too much technology at their fingertips. My children, when they were growing up, one's 25 and one's 21, we had one computer in the house. I had my computer, but we had one computer that was in the kitchen. While all our friends allowed their children to have their own laptops and computers in their rooms. My children did not have a cell phone until they were much older than the other children. I caught the flack all the time. The phone that we got them was a phone that they could only receive calls on and make calls out. And every time they made a call out, that call would go to my wife's phone, into her email at the time. We didn't allow the technology to destroy the innocence of young people. All the pornography was there during their young life. The phones were getting smarter, but we didn't allow it. We denied the world to enter our house. There weren't any telephone booths anymore. Those are all disappearing real fast. We made sure that they had the ability to call us, but we also made sure, because of the ever-changing presence of our society, that neither one of these young people were without mom and dad watching them, not farther than 100 feet. Except when they were in school. We made sure they had God in their life. Went to Christian schools. Not to say that I'm a really big, huge Christian person. I do believe in God. But I felt that that was important in those young people's lives. And I could keep the adults accountable for other reasons. But you didn't trust them. Because there's just as many perverts and pedophiles and disgusting, sick people in that business and profession as well. See, technology has brought some good thing in medicine, in advancements in communications, in advancements in the ability to create things faster, develop new and exciting technologies from technology to help protect workers, because you can allow a robot now to go into an unsafe environment where a human would have to do that 10 years ago. like the guy they blew up in Houston. I think they should load more of those machines. I mean, if we're going to have Terminator, then let's do it, baby. I'd have no problem with that. Cop killing piece of crap. I'm driving right now while I'm talking to you guys because I'm going to run out of gas. And Jesse T's on the roll, baby. The Brown Beauty's always on duty. Never know where I'm going to be. I just might end up in your backyard at your bar mitzvah. Oh my goodness, can you imagine me showing up at your bar mitzvah? Or your quinceanera? Right now I'm trying to find a gas station so I can roll up and keep going. Hey, the Fabulous Jesse T Show tonight is going to be out in West Covina at Teresanos, I believe, in West Covina, Old Town, Maine, West Covina. Go on out there. It's on Facebook. You can check it out. It's posted up on my Facebook site. We're going to be out there premiering the new trailer for a brand new TV series called Redemption. Michelangelo is going to be out there. And his whole crew and cast. It's a free thing to go to. They got free salsa dancing. They want you to check out their new trailer as they progress down to now getting production ready to start shooting 14 new episodes. So, you know, if you're an actor or an actress, come on out. Producer, director, come on out. You just want to hang out in a Hollywood kind of way in West Covina? Come on out. We're going to be out there in the Fabulous Jesse T Show. We're going to be out there hanging out, doing the Red Carpet Live thing. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a totally different kind of presentation. And we invite you to come out and have a great time with us. Oh, gas in this car, the Gray Ghost, you're going to go. That's what the Gray Ghost is going to do in a second. Technology, folks. We love it and we hate it. We have a love-hate relationship with it. The technology has created the way in which we see our potential future president. We're not getting the story on these people. We're getting the story that the technology and the technology providers want us to see. It's up to us to dig a little bit deeper and ask yourself some very basic questions. And do your homework. And just don't live at what you see and believe what you see. Do your homework on our presidential candidates. Because the technology allows everything to be twisted. It's a lot of fun, but it's very dangerous at the same time. The technology allows the Jesse T Show, live at 5, Monday through Friday, from 5 to 6, straight on the point in the world according to Terrell, to be rolling. Rolling and talking. I mean, could you have imagined? I've been in the radio business for 41 years. I could have never imagined 20 years ago, and I've been in the TV business for 30 years. I've done reporting, I've done journalism, I've done weather, sports. I would have never been able to imagine to be able to roll down Los Feliz Avenue in Glendale on my way to the freeway going southbound to West Covina. I would never figure that I could be broadcasting. How wonderful is that? My challenge to you, though, is this. Look at the technology and ask yourself, how much intrusion in your life do you want to have? Do you want to have intrusion 24/7? Or do you want to control and limit your being intruded upon? Already on any street corner in the world, there's 400 cameras watching you blow your nose as you walk across the street. Do you want them to do that when you're at home? Turn off the technology. Turn it off once in a while. Get back to the basics of life. Learn to be a person. Learn to be a human. Learn to write your name down on the back of a business card. Learn to shake somebody's hand. Learn to look them in the eye. Learn those great old things that we learned growing up, the baby boom generation. And I promise you, your life will be better for it. This is the Jesse T Show, live at 5. The world according to Torero, you're straight on the point. It's Jesse Torero on the powerofvoices.com and AVTV Live, your entertainment channel and the digital broadcasting network. The Brown Beauty is off duty, baby. See ya.